Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be finally watching the second half of Fool's Gold Season 4. It's been like a week and a half, like a few days after a week. But I mostly just forgotten, was too busy doing other stuff. Well, also my birthday was a few days ago, so I'm now 18, not an adult, by the way. I don't know if you really care, but yeah. Anyway, let's start. I just kind of wanted to say that.
Okay, so last time wasn't a complete dumpster fire, huh? In fact, you could almost call it wholesome. Except the, murder and god damn it, Arena! Talking of genocide and realizing that, Sips's curse is a bit complicated.
The curse is tied to your soul.
What? Well, you're a soul god, get it off. But for a session with the Fool's Gold team, it wasn't terrible. It could always be worse. So now we have 2 pedestals lit as the countdown continues.
This does
Well,
not
alright. Another one down, making some good progress, huh?
Oh, yes.
Aren't you excited? One step closer to seeing your people.
I guess I'm just a bit overwhelmed. Finding out I was an ancient princess destined to rule over an entire race of people who essentially drove one of my dear friends to wanting to wipe them all out is a lot.
That's a lot.
I don't really know where I stand on this, or what my responsibilities are. I don't know if seeing my people is even a good thing.
Well, hey, so much time's passed that anybody you ever known or loved is definitely dead.
Thank you, Jack.
That sounded better in my head. What I'm trying to say is, you got a clean slate. They could be different by now.
Perhaps.
Even when we
But Jack, knowing this all, you still want to do this?
Well, yeah, this is a discovery of a lifetime. Haven't you ever wanted to do something bigger than yourself? Like, no matter what, you gotta do it? Like there's a fire burning inside you, fueling it all?
The thing about fire, Jack, is it burns through everything. And in the end, all you have is ash. You can't let the flames consume you. I've seen it before.
Off in Kylandria. The next few weeks, Sips tries to work more with Zanu to strengthen their bond, making sure the curse doesn't creep in. But with that comes side effects.
What?
So remember in episode 18 I talked about 4 claimers with the whole big old crystal in their gut thing? Well, turns out having a piece of a fucking god in your head like a battery pack also makes you gain those abilities. So Sips doesn't have to eat, drink, or even sleep. He can choose to eat or drink,
torturous.
Sure, but he can't sleep at all. Which means more bonding time.
That's torturous.
So, what are you thinking about?
Just a fun little fact.
Sips, I want to show you more of what we are capable of.
Do I have to get up?
Yes, or we could keep talking.
I'm up. Outside, Sips then syncs up with Zanu, feeling the magic of a god running through his veins like lightning. It's pretty great. Okay, now what?
Observe.
Sips then notices the area around him change. He can see and sense life or souls. The townsfolk, the animals, and even the smallest bugs. He can feel it all, including himself. Okay, freaky. Why do I need this?
I'll show you. May I take control for a moment? Just a moment.
Fine. Zanu controls Sips's arm, and a rush of energy takes over, as he also syncs up to something else. A raccoon. One of the same goddamn raccoons that attacked him back in episode 17. Puppeteering it, Zanu essentially grabs its soul and takes control of it.
With this ability, you will be able to control anything and anyone you desire, just with their soul.
I don't know if I really like that.
It is your choice
That's
if
not
you
that
wish
good.
to use it.
That's a really bad
Okay.
power
We done?
for other
Yes.
things. For
Xanu
things with
then
souls.
takes the raccoon's soul
Why can't I
and
talk
pushes
clearly
it
today?
out of its body, kinda killing it? Well, leaving it catatonic. What? Hey, why did you do that?
It served its purpose.
So you just decide to kill it, or whatever that is?
Why are you upset? Didn't it attack you before?
Yeah, it wasn't a threat, just annoying. It was following its basic instinct. That doesn't mean it deserves to die.
And that's where you and I disagree.
Hey, you have empathy, don't you?
Yes.
Then use it. Who are you talking to? Second rule! We're not in the house. Vicky! That's me! Then they're interrupted as they notice some men coming down from the mountain pulling a cart
Oh my gosh,
full
German captions.
of dead werewolves.
Ugh, right. Werewolf hunting town.
I hate them. I wish they would all just go away. Gretty says werewolves hurt and kill people. Everyone in the village thinks they're bad, and they'll always be bad. Just cursed monsters.
Just because somebody's cursed doesn't mean they're bad. Look, I'm not a great example, but other cursed people are sometimes put in a bad situation. Doesn't mean they're destined to be a monster, but also doesn't justify their actions. Just means they gotta work a little harder. Control it. Know when to step back to avoid hurting the people you care about.
Have you ever hurt people you care about?
Many
Yeah.
times.
I have.
What did you do?
I ran. Like a coward. 'Cause I didn't know what else to do.
So you were scared?
I was lost. And angry.
That happened when he ended up.
I'm not gonna rely on others to clean up my messes. I'm gonna do this on my own.
I forgot her name.
I refuse to lose myself to it.
Have you ever gotten close to losing yourself?
Couple times. But as long as I got this, I'll be okay.
What, your hand?
My left hand. As long as it stays uncursed, I know I can come back. I can still be me.
But what happens if it does get cursed?
Then I guess I wouldn't be me.
I still think you could be you. And I'd help bring you back. Even if you ran away from me.
Stop! Back with Arena after doing a murder.
Whoops.
She sets off with a letter telling her where her mom is. Gathering info from the small outposts, she finds out about her mother heading towards the dangerous part of the mountain where rumors warn of a horrible monster roaming around.
Yeah. I see the plot signs. This ain't my first quest, honey.
Deep into the mountains, she travels till eventually she spots an eerie cave.
Okay. If it's a wyvern, I'll hit it with the old steel ball. Shambling mound, steel ball. Sheep, I'll punch it in the face, then steel ball. Now, let's just hope that it's not a...
Then she sees it. A large creature, 20 feet tall, tail, wings, and glistening of metal. As Arena realizes she's stepped into a lair of a
dragon.
It notices her presence and turns to get a good look at her as Arena gets a good look at it. A silver dragon.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Known to be lawful good, so not hostile.
Yay.
However, she then notices something odd. The silver kinda melts, as if its body wasn't solid.
closer it moves towards her in an unnatural manner. Because there really isn't anything natural about this creature, as it makes its way into the light, and standing before her is not a silver dragon, but something so much worse. Because Arena realizes she's in front of a Mercury dragon.
I thought it was called like Soul.
And this is no ordinary Mercury dragon. This is Felix's personal homebrew called a Soul Prowler.
Soul Prowler. Okay.
This creature is an amalgamation of not only ooey gooey Mercury, but of souls. Thousands of them, all trying to fight for control, making it a bit insane. Hello there! Why don't you let me know why you're here? Before I rip your arms off!
This is one of my favorite big things in season 4.
Hi.
From how insane it is.
I'm Arena, and you are...
I'm Marina.
Davis! Molly! Okay, we'll workshop that later.
Now I suggest you tell me why you're here, or else...
I'll bake you a cake. You're like the living embodiment of emotional whiplash.
Answer!
Okay. I'm looking for my mom, Mona Zuccherini. Thought maybe she'd be in the big spooky plot cave, but clearly she's not, so I'm just gonna... Oh, she's here.
Would you like to speak with her?
Arena sees this creature's head jerk violently to the side as it allows something or someone
That's nice of
to
it.
take over. And Arena hears a familiar voice. Arena. Mom? What? You're a dragon? What is going on here? Okay, I'm gonna try to explain. Oh, please do!
Her soul
Okay,
got
so,
prowler.
A soul prowler
Prowler.
essentially
Prowler.
is a really insane,
Why can't I say
goopy
that?
genie. People come to strike a deal with it, where it will grant you anything you want in exchange
there's a
for
rain
your
frog.
soul and body to be added to the silvery mass. Arena's mom, in her panic and grief of losing her husband to Queen Beauclair's execution party, she fled and found this creature to strike a deal. And you know what she wished for? The end of Beauclair's reign? Unlimited power? World peace? Nah, too easy. She wished for the dragon to protect Arena's life. Yeah. That's really stupid, Mom. Like, really stupid.
There were
What
so
were
many
you
better
thinking?
options.
I panicked. So you sold your soul to an insane goo dragon. I don't know. It just seemed like the best solution at the time. I wanted to make sure you were okay. So you sold your soul to an insane goo dragon. In hindsight, it probably wasn't the best decision. Oh my God! Well, I can't take it back now. It's not that bad. You know, I was always a social person. My writing circles. Not the same thing. Tick-tock. This conversation is going on
Far too long!
would you all shush? Actually, by what I've seen, my mom got ripped off. I almost died like 3 times. How come you've never kept me safe then, huh?
You're alive now, aren't you?
Go to hell.
Language!
So, is there any chance you could, like, unabsorb my mom, or...
No!
But you could make a deal.
free your mom? And get absorbed? Yeah, no.
I don't see any other option.
'Cause you seem to be a bit out of your depth. So what will you do?
Strike a deal.
Save your mom!
Fight me!
Or
run away.
Like a coward.
The choice is yours.
Well? Can you see it?
What?
The pedestal. I think I can spot it.
Oh, yeah. We're getting close.
After a few days' travel, Gothy and Jack arrive at the third pedestal. Jack eagerly places the crystal and creates a column of light that cuts through the sky, marking 3 down, 2 to go. Right. Well, that wasn't so bad. Suddenly, Jack is interrupted as a rush of air moves past him, followed by an unnerving sound, as he turns to see Gothy stabbed right in her guts by a very long stinger. Right beside him, a large grassy mound starts to shift and unfurl itself, revealing a creature Jack recognizes. Kinda. A large 15-foot long wyvern. But this is Felix's homebrew wyvern. A moss wyvern, made of moss and various vegetation, and a whole lot of f*** you. Gothy pulls back, losing some blood, but manages to get out of its range. Roll for initiative. Unfortunately, Jack, not being much of a fighter, moves away, leaving the battle to an already wounded Gothy and a jawbone. Hit, hit, miss. The dice is rolled and damage is dealt. The fight feels uncertain as Gothy has never fought something like this before, but round after round, hit after hit, Gothy manages to wear it down. However, it is also wearing her down, as the wyvern's poison courses through her veins and claws hit with a natural 20, dealing double damage. Gothy stumbles a bit, then her vision turns dark, as her hit points reach 0, and she passes out. Gothy is the only PC there, so when her vision turns black, so does the scene. Until she succeeds on her fortitude save, and wakes up. She doesn't know how much time has passed, or what happened when she was out. All she can see is the scene in front of her. Jawbone barking and growling with a murderous intent, and a very scared Jack who has managed to climb his way up a tree to avoid being torn apart. He looks terrified and confused, because a few feet away on the ground is a dead wyvern. But it's
Necromancer
not
Jack.
actually dead, because Gothy notices it's still breathing. It's just catatonic. Almost like its soul was pushed out of its own body by something. Or someone. Someone who would possess soul magic. A someone who might be hiding secrets. Gothy! Call off Jawbone! Now that depends. Because I'm starting to feel that someone hasn't been 100% honest with me. Isn't that right, Jack? This video is sponsored by...
Alright. Episode 4. I mean, 5 of season 4.
More on that later. Honey, are you okay?
Okay, so what happened last time? Some deep life talks, learned a bit about Sips's new powers, along with some raccoon soul pushing. What? Hey! Seeing the God-given gift that is Vicky. That's me! Arena found out her mom sold her soul to a goo dragon, 'cause poor decisions. That's really stupid, Mom! Then finally we had an intense fight with a wyvern, where Gothy almost died. She then woke up to a scene of a very scared Jack in a tree and a very murderous Jawbone about to eat him. Because lying near him was the same wyvern, but completely catatonic. Like its soul was pushed out of its own body by someone who would know soul magic. Which Gothy was like, because I'm starting to feel that someone hasn't been 100% honest with me. Isn't that right, Jack? Wait! Hold on a second. How did the wyvern get like that?
Jack.
What? Wait, no, because I only know 2 types of magic that can do that. So either you're a necromancer or you've had a crystal shard this entire time. What? No, I don't know
I
what
wish
happened.
it turned
Well,
out he was a
maybe Jawbone
necromancer.
eating a few toes might help your memory.
No, I panicked. One moment it was gonna eat me.
Hilarious.
The next
This
it just
coward ended
dropped.
up being a
I
necromancer to
don't.
me.
Do you really expect me to believe that?
No, I just Jack. It's happened before.
I don't know why or how, but whenever I feel like I'm about to die, things just drop like that. I don't know if you should call me lucky or cursed, but it freaks me out just as much as you. So please, I'm not your enemy. I just need help. Help. Gothy rolls a sense motive, and he's genuine. We'll have to feed you something else. Archaeologists are too rubbery. Anyway. Gothy and Jack sit around a small fire for an interrogation. Jack explains that this has happened before, where he'd be in danger and the creature would just drop right in front of him, like its soul was pushed out of its own body, which really just sounds like soul magic. Zanu or someone possessing a crystal are the only ones who could do that. And you're telling me you have no knowledge of ever having a crystal shard? No, you guys are the first people I knew who had one. I'd read about something like Zanu, but I never knew there was something like that actually existing. Gothy stares intensely at Jack and makes another high sense motive check and sees that he's not lying. You see, Jack is not some big bad. No, it's something more complicated. Hey Zanu, how many crystal
He's
shards are
obsessed.
left again?
He has another
5.
He has
Abby, Arena,
artificial
probably
obsession.
Gothy. Where are the other 2? I sense one is on the other side of the portal, lost when I was shattered as the portal closed. The other is in that man. That man? Jack. Now, don't freak out. I'm already kind of there. But I think you might have a crystal inside you.
What? No way. I call bullshit. Him?
Yes, he indeed possesses a piece inside him. In his abdomen.
What? Wait, how? Did he eat it? Okay, I'm freaking out.
It's just a theory. But by the evidence, it seems likely
Why
that
is he
you
both
obtained
like
one
that?
without knowing it. That doesn't seem possible. It makes sense, though. You just used the soul magic subconsciously as a defense mechanism, like a scorpion and its tail. The crystal is just trying to keep its host alive, but that also makes me wonder. Jack, do you truly think that fire that drives you to open the portal is yours? Wait, have you been controlling him? No. However, that doesn't mean I haven't encouraged him. Encouraged him? Yeah, okay, so Zano has the ability to essentially amplify somebody's soul desire. If you really want to be a clown, Zanu can boost that desire to the point where that's all you want to do or think about. It's like motivation on crack, the fire that never goes out. That's why Jack always seems so underliningly evil, where he'd do anything when it comes to Foreclaimers and the portal, but in reality, you gave him an obsession. Obsession or passion. The line is ever so thin. They both reach his goal. Your goal. We share the same outcome. He wished to open the portal just like me. That is not evil. I kept him on track. I helped.
Helped? Are you able to manipulate me? Have any of my decisions been my own?
Sips, if I wanted to manipulate you, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Jack's and your decisions are your own.
I am not your enemy, Sips. I simply want help.
Fairly antagonistic.
And to help you.
Then prove it.
We'll have to find a way to prove it.
I don't.
Without pushing someone's soul out of their body.
Yeah, I'd prefer that.
But for now, I need time to think. 'Cause it seems that you're most likely just an idiot, not evil.
Thank you?
We're still doing this, but I'm not taking any chances with you, Jack. Try anything I don't like and, well, Jabba will eat
me.
Got it. Well, who knows? Maybe if you're right, that means maybe the crystal shard really was just trying to help, protecting me and all that. Yeah. Maybe. Sips, I can help you control your wild magic.
What? How?
Okay, so Sips' magic works like this. Sips casts a spell drawing from Zanu's source of magic.
And then evil.
Like a warlock. Then it moves throughout Sips' body. However, when it reaches his soul/curse part in his body, the magic gets messed up, making it go wild. The more the curse is covering Sips' body, the more the curse has a chance of messing with the magic, aka the wild magic percentile that keeps going up. However, if Zanu and Sips work together while casting a spell and feels it going wild, they might be able to concentrate together to stop it. The two against one thing. All they gotta do is practice. Whoa, I'm not just gonna start casting spells to go wild. That stuff don't mess around. I could just explode and die. Impossible. You are immortal.
What?
With a god in your mortal body, you do not age, and if you ever get close to death, I will step in and prevent it. No matter the cost.
That's the worst fate a person can ever get.
I can't die?
Immortality is my biggest fear. So,
I am a Mary Sue. However, if I do need to step in, there will be consequences. Uh-huh.
We'll figure out the consequences in the
Well,
next
alright,
episode.
I guess let's test out some wild magic. So, for the next week or so, Sips trains with Zanu, and it goes alright.
Is it supposed to hurt?
Probably.
You know, for a god, you're a really shitty one.
Artificial god.
Shut it!
Sips succeeds his concentration check and stops the wild magic surge from happening. He loses his spell slot, but nothing happens.
Oh, holy crap, it worked! I did it!
However, Sips' victory is shortly lived as the fourth light shoots up into the sky. 4 down, 1 to go. As the countdown continues, whether he likes it or not. We're running out of time. You need to make a decision, Sips. This is your chance to step beyond yourself and make a difference.
I said...
Shut it. Second rule.
Vicky time. Hey, why so sad? Here, have an apple. Vicky! See? Better.
I hate Vicky.
What is it?
It's just... Okay, if you had the choice to wipe out an entire race of people that lack the ability to feel empathy, who tortured and tormented an artificial god over 2,000 years ago, would you do it? Even though it would be the next generation, meaning these people had nothing to do with the previous atrocities, but they might do it again. Who knows? Is that enough evidence to justify killing an entire race of people simply because they lack empathy?
Yep.
What?
Are they bad people?
They can be, but they don't know how to be good. It's just their nature.
Well, I'd want to protect people I love, so I'd do it.
So you'd commit a genocide?
Yep. But I mean, I'm like 8. That doesn't...
No! Get out! What? Hey! Why? I need the cabin tonight! What? Why? Secret. No coming until I tell you. No peeking! Out, out, out! Hey!
So... Oh, I'm breaking back in. Okay. Sips turns invisible and just magics his way in. Vicky pulls out a bag and places it on the floor. Now, our group's initial reaction was, aw, she gonna throw a surprise party for her monkey friend. Yay! Until she pulled out the crowbar. Am I about to get robbed by a little girl? She then turns and moves one of the rugs, exposing the bare floorboards, which she lifts up using her crowbar, revealing metal anchors. Huh. Vicky then pulls out from her bag big
She's a
iron
werewolf.
chains. Wait, never mind. I'm gonna get murdered by a little girl. She secures the chains to the anchors, then shackles herself to them, and just waits for something. She looks determined and steady, but then she has a small look of fear as she glances towards the window and the full moon rises. Suddenly, Vicky's body lurches forward. A look of pain shoots across her face, and Sips watches as she transforms into something unnatural. Black fur, large teeth, and sharp, deadly claws. A werewolf. Sips turns off his invisibility, which instantly causes Vicky's feral instincts to kick in, and she jumps towards Sips to attack, but is stopped by the chains holding her back. And Sips is face to face with this small, scared, and angry werewolf. It appears that she's cursed. That's why my touch curse didn't work on her. Yeah, in Felix's world, curses can't stack, so Vicky would automatically be immune to Sips's touch curse.
Thought that
She was never at risk, only at risk to herself. Do a spot check. Sips looks around the cabin and notices old, large scratch marks on the floors and walls. Not made by raccoons, but something else. This is her cabin. That's why she's been able to get in here. She has the keys. She'd come here every full moon and wait it out. All by herself. Sips approaches her, but is instantly swiped at by a very vicious but scared Vicky. I suggest you avoid getting in close, unless you would like to truly test if you are immortal. Shut up! Just let me think. Sips weighs out the risks, but he knows what he has to do. Moving into her square, Vicky instantly lunges towards Sips, jaws open, ready to attack. Sips then purposely moves his left arm in front of his body and takes her bite. Teeth piercing deep into his flesh. He then raises his cursed hand and swiftly places it onto Vicky's head, gently. Hey, it's okay. You're not alone. Not anymore. Then there's a pause, as Vicky's fierce feral look starts to soften as she comes to realize where she is, who she's looking at. And she just cries. Her jaw unclenches from Sips's arm. Sad and defeated, the two just sit with each other, as Sips lightly pets her head, staying with her all night, till she falls asleep. Sips can't sleep anymore anyway, so it gives him time to think. Time to think about all that's happened so far. The choices he's made, the choices he has to make, and what really, truly matters to him.
He was able to, after he got the god implanted in his forehead.
Zanu, if the four claimers came through the portal, what happens? Depends. There are many scenarios, but no guarantees. What do you think would happen?
war. Wiping out everyone who is defective. And they won't stop in the bellowing wilds. They will spread their warfare like wildfire, affecting all. Okay. I'll do it. I'll help you commit a genocide.
We finally did.
That's to be pretty much, well, that's not the beginning of, that's nearly the beginning of Sip's turning chaotic evil.
Well, we finally did it. We released
At the end
the
of this
Fool's
is where
Gold
Sip
5e module on
fully goes chaotic
Kickstarter.
evil. And it's one of my favorite moments
This bad
in this
boy
entire,
is everything you
in
need.
this
You want a
entire
child
show.
and kill monsters like the sheep? We got more coolies. You then really started risking. Found out Jack is baby.
Alright.
Now, a bit of recap. So, found out Jack is not evil, just kind of dumb. Thank you. It really is just a tool. Zanu and Sips train up their wild magic stuff. Is it supposed to hurt? Probably. Fourth light went up, along with peer pressure. Then we had Vicky,
Vicky time.
which turned into werewolf crying time. And Arena was benched last episode. But don't worry, I got you. But I know there's been a lot of Sips this arc. Gothy and Arena had a bit more simple, while Sips has a lot of new stuff and information and junk. You also had to finally decide if you wanted to commit genocide. Which essentially was like, don't commit genocide or protect tiny werewolf child by committing genocide. So...
Okay. I'll do it. I'll help you commit a genocide.
yeah. Leaving Zanu kind of shocked like,
Well, good.
but if we're gonna do this, I have some rules. First, this is still my body. I'm in control. Meaning, you can't take over.
Unless it's a dire situation.
Second, you will never, under any circumstances, hurt my friends. Period. And the third and final rule. When this is done and you're on the other side of the portal, you will stay there. Never setting foot into the Bellowing Wilds again. Understand? Perfectly. However, I too have a rule of my own. But just one. If you hesitate, if you try to stop me from reaching my goal, our deal is off. Because I will do everything in my power to succeed, even if you or your friends get in my way. Understand? Perfectly. Then it's a deal. You will help me wipe out the entirety of the Four-Claimer race. And in exchange, you will have purpose. Deal. You do realize this may kill you. Yeah, well, I'm close to death all the time. Wild magic thing. But for once, I want to make the decisions. This is my choice. This is finally me having control in my own life. And what if you lose control? When I obtain my body, the curse may take over. No, it won't. Because you will kill me if that happens. Fourth rule. Are you sure? Yes, because that's my choice. Very well. We shall head out immediately. No, we're doing this my way. We'll head out tomorrow. I still have some things I want to do. Now, genocide aside, let's go back a bit and into a deep, dark, spooky cave where Arena was face to face with a very insane Mercury dragon. The one that kind of has Arena's mom's soul in it? Yeah, I don't know, man. It's D&D. You get it. Anyway, the last thing it asked Arena is if she'll strike a deal in order to save her mom's soul, or if she's gonna fight it. Kind of either way, huh?
So what will you do? I'm kind of either way, huh? Answer!
I
to do? That thing could have been a CR-15 or something, and I'm like level 8, man. Like, it's not running away, it's tactical retreat. I can't be blamed for wanting to not die. I mean, what would you have done?
Ma'am, this is
This
a
is a
Wendigo.
Spudsies.
Did you want to order or?
Oh, right. 2 Bay Hereby combos and 3 orders of Chimera crisps. What? I'm having a day. I don't need your sass. It's just, I guess I was a bit out of my depth. But I'm not gonna give up. But I also think I might need help. Heh.
Knowing what she has to do, Arena packs up and heads out on the dragon towards the Bellowing Wilds. Cause guess who's gonna be joining up with the group again?
Doesn't mean I gotta like it.
But she is instantly stopped by a very concerned sneeze.
What? What is this?
Sneeze gives her a letter saying,
You want to find him first? Him? I think I'd rather go to the Goo Dragon. Fine. Oh, I'm gonna hate this so much.
yeah. She turns around and heads towards Kylandria's capital city instead.
Oh, Lord, give me strength.
Time passes and morning comes in Amarin. Back at the cabin, Sips wakes up a now normal Vicky, which goes just as well as you'd think.
Why are you screaming? You saw! The werewolf secret is out! The village is gonna kill me!
What? No!
I'm gonna die!
Vicky, I'm not gonna tell anyone!
It's too risky! I'm gonna have to kill you!
What?
Man, I don't want to kill a monkey today, but Granny always says never to leave witnesses.
Vicky, I can cure your curse. Stupid.
What?
Yeah, Sips actually has the remove curse spell from his last level up. And no, it does not remove his curse. A
I
curse
found that
soul
oddly
is
funny.
different. Anyway, he can cast it now. However, there's a chance it can go wild though. It's risky.
Do it.
I
hate it. Really want this to just go away.
Please. I get it. Okay. Sips casts the spell and it goes wild. Sips rolls a concentration check to try to stop it and fails. And he's fine.
Did it work?
No. Sips tries again, and this time he feels the spell properly cast, flowing through Vicky's body. The magic then lifts the curse.
It worked! You did it! You're a hero!
Let's not. The hero title is very premature.
Nope. Cause you're my hero.
Vicky, don't touch the hand! You just got uncursed! Actually, she'll be fine. What? So, with Sips and Zanu working together to hold back the wild magic, aka the curse, it also helps hold back his touch curse powers. Meaning, if Sips touches something now, it won't automatically become cursed or will need a will save. Essentially, Sips unlocked Curse on Demand.
That's the most useful power so far.
You can't just drop that casually on me, dude. You're gaining some control.
Not the soul
Yeah.
power. That one is really bad.
I'm still here. Ah! Now that I'm all cured, we should celebrate.
Actually, I'm leaving today.
What? Why? No, illegal.
I'm an adventurer. I gotta go do...
Hero stuff?
Maybe.
I'm coming then.
What?
I'll go get my axes.
No! Wait, why do you... no! You're not coming! Sorry, kid. But, I need you to stay here to protect the village from bad guys. Okay? Just here. Sips pulls out an item he's had for a while now. A bracelet of +1 to Dex. For a true hero. And when I'm gone, just remember. Don't touch the curtains.
I completely forgot about the curtains. The curtains.
Hey. Got it?
Yeah?
I don't like that pause.
I was thinking, but now I want to give you a present.
She reaches into her pocket and pulls out a tooth.
It's my first canine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I gotta
I
go.
wonder if that'll ever
You promised to come back, right?
that'll ever be helpful.
No, I can't promise that. But what I can promise is that I'm gonna try to make sure that you don't have to protect this village. Okay?
Don't be dumb, okay?
It's kinda my brand.
Steps.
I'll work on it. Bye.
Later, alligator.
I'm gonna ignore that. So, Sips packs up and heads out of the village. He manages to hop on a cart full of cargo and makes his way towards the capital city of Kylandria. Reaching into his bag, he finds some bananas with a note on it.
To Sips. Hope these bananas help. They are special bananas. Love, Vicky.
And sees a small hole punctured on the side by a needle? I really don't want to get drugged by a little girl today. Sips. I'm sensing something odd. From the banana? Yeah, me too. No, from these boxes. Sips syncs up with Zanu, then they both feel it. That, yeah, they're not alone in this cart. Oh no, because turning on their soul vision, they see it. All these boxes contain hundreds of souls. Sips looks closer, and then he recognizes these boxes. And he instantly becomes pissed. You see, these boxes aren't normal boxes. These boxes are extra-dimensional spaces used to hold creatures. Because this cart is owned by a beast master. Now, normally in 5e, I know we play 3.5, Beastmasters are usually nice animal taming rangers. However, in Felix's world, in the Bellowing Wilds anyway, they're kind of scummy, hunting and stealing wildlife to sell them or trade for battle. Kind of like Pokemon, but brutal. So why is Sips angrier than usual? Well, way back in episode 2, I mentioned in his backstory that he was taken from the jungle and sold. So guess who did that? Huh? Well, a Beastmaster. Yeah, Sips is not fond of their business model. So yeah, activate murder hobo mode. Sips starts opening the boxes and chucking them out, releasing the creatures, which the Beastmaster kinda notices. Hey, what are you? My cart now! Base! Sips, what are you doing? Stealing a cart? Why? It's therapeutic! Sips leaves the Beastmaster in the dust, and just when he thinks he won, he hears a roar. Looking back, he sees the Beastmaster riding on a goddamn T-Rex. Uh-oh. Sips. I got it. He stands up and casts a spell that goes wild, as he fails his concentration check as well. Uh-oh. Sips feels his body tingle, and he shrinks by 6 inches. Not what I need right now! The T-Rex then rushes in, ramming the
And he
cart
doesn't get
and
it, he
tips
gets
it
his
upwards,
teeth down.
throwing Sips into the air.
Please,
Then he falls and gets
he doesn't gain any of his height back.
trapped in the T-Rex's stomach.
He stays
Sips
6
tries to
inches.
blast his way out with magic, but keeps failing.
At least I think he
Round
does.
after round, the acid starts wearing down his hit points. Rapidly. Sips, I can get us out. Let me take over. No, I got it. You're going to die. I said I got it. Sips! I don't need your help! I'm in control! Then his hit points reach 0, and he passes out.
He feels himself become weightless as he falls into the void. He's been here before, so he knows
he had a
all he
heart
can
attack.
do is wait. But he doesn't need to wait for long, because we soon hear Felix say, "You wake up." Sips comes to a scene of chaos. A forest on fire, blood, as creatures fight, and a dead T-Rex on the ground behind him. Didn't I warn you, Sips?
It's one of my favorite moments. in
Didn't
this
I
entire
say
show.
that if you ever got close to death, that there would be consequences? And then we see Sips, now at 60%. He looks at his body and realizes what has happened. Extra scales, torn clothes, more spikes. But that's not all. Because Sips then notices it. His left hand, completely covered in the curse. There's a stillness in the air as he blankly stares at it for a while. Now, you see, Sips isn't feeling sadness, fear, shame, or even anger, but something else. Something new. Something I've never felt with him before. It was relief. Relief that after fighting so damn hard to keep that curse from reaching his left hand, he had lost the battle. All that anxiety, all that stress and pain and suffering just to try to stop the worst from happening had suddenly left, because the worst had happened. Sips thought that if his left hand became cursed, he'd lose himself and that would be it. But hey, guess what? He's still here. And you know what the funny thing about it is? He had never felt more in control. He's a chaotic monkey anyway, right? Why fight it when you could just give in to it? So, Sips gets up,
He's
dusts
not
himself
chaotic
off,
evil.
and grabs his stuff, or whatever's left of it. Well, Zanu, I'm a little burnt, a little scalier, and I got a bit of T-Rex goo on me, but I have to admit, I've never felt better. So why don't we head out? Sure. And you're fine. Of course! I'm immortal, aren't I? Nothing can kill me. Now why don't you and I go commit genocide?
And that's the end of season 4, which has probably my favorite cliffhanger of any of the seasons. I love how Sips just becomes chaotic evil. It is beautiful the way how it's so well done for him to the way he's just became evil. Well, chaotic evil. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. I'll probably make the next one in a few days. I don't think it'll be like 7 days, like 7 or 8 days since the last one. At least I hope not. Anyway, hope you guys have a really good rest of your day, and see you then. Bye.